Hey girly girls, it's Kat. Tonight I forget where to look. I'm back for another video. I've missed everybody. First of all, Merry late Christmas. Second of all, Happy New Year to everybody. I hope you all are enjoying your New Year's. I hope everybody has tomorrow off. I know some people do, but it's kind of weird when it falls into the middle of the week like that, you know. So hello with that, and I wasn't going to do a video tonight, but then I saw Pammy Whammy. I just love her. She did a video. She went into a furniture place. What is it called? Home. I can't think of the name. I'll list below if I think of it, or I'll write it right here. And she did a quick little video of a little settee that she saw in there that kind of matched my headboard and the whole bling thing. I mean, it really matched my headboard. And then some bling stuff. And she did the video for me, and I thought it was so nice. I thought, that's so nice. You're out there, she's shopping with her daughter, and she thought of me. I mean, it was really touching. So then I said, I don't even care. I'm not going to get like ready and dressed up and, you know, all that kind of stuff. I'm just going to come in and just do a video. I was going to do a video tomorrow, and, you know, I've been feeling good since the surgery. Well, let me just start with that. First of all, let her say hi. Hello, little Dee Dee. Dee Dee in her little sweater wants to say hello. She was sleeping on my lap. Oh, yes. Okay, so anyways, let's go on with this. I had surgery on November 19th. And to date, that has been, what has that been? Like almost 6 weeks. 6 weeks, I've lost 27 pounds. That's really good. Actually, when I came home from surgery, I was 15 pounds heavier than I was going into surgery with all that water weight. It was really neat because it didn't come off for like a little while. And the doctor didn't want to give me any, you know, fluid pills or anything. He just wanted to let it like come out naturally. So, and it did. It came out, you know, with peeing, you know, TMI, but that's how it comes out. And it was just like, oh my gosh. And I was getting on the scale a couple times a day, and it's like, oh honey, here goes 3 pounds. Oh, you know. Anyways, but so that came off, and then so this has come off. So I've actually lost a lot more with that 15 pounds than the 27 pounds. But anyways, it's a 27 pounds from the surgery, my weight when I went into surgery. The surgery took about 2 hours. Yeah, it was a little over 2 hours. Usually it's like only about an hour surgery for him, for the revision. The main duodenal switch that I had back in 2006 or 7 took 8 hours. So that's, you know, but since I've already had the majority of it done and he's just kind of going back in and revising some things, it was a lot shorter of a time period. When he went in, he said that I had a lot of scar tissue. So he had to kind of scoop out, so to speak, a lot of that scar tissue. And the scar tissue was to get to actually my organs. The scar tissue was from, remember I told you the plastic surgery? I had the big kind of open wound thing, and it kind of healed from the outside, or from the inside out. And so he took all that out. And I feel that in my stomach now. I feel like, wow, there was a hard lump there, and it's like not there now. So that's really good. Coming out of surgery was, whoa, a little bit not fun. My nightmare, and I'm usually okay with surgery, and Lord knows I've had enough, but I'm usually okay with it. But this time, I don't know, getting older or hearing stories, or I don't know, maybe just the stress more of life getting to me. I don't know what it is, but I was just hearing these stories about people waking up during surgery, and I talked to the anesthesiologist before I went in, and I said, please, just make sure that I'm out. And he even gave me a little cocktail before I went in, so I wouldn't be so like nervous. Because I am not a nervous Nelly. I'm really not. I can take a lot of pain. I can take that. I'm a trooper. But this time, maybe you can tell by my Instagram posts or on here, I was really afraid. So he did that, but coming out of it now, the hospital that I was at was in Glendale, California, Los Angeles, and they had just been bought out by USC, and they have now just rolled out their paperless. So they've gone paperless, although they're not. They say paperless, but I got a stack of papers, and they're not really. Anyways, they went live with their paperless, with their electronic health records too soon. I know about all this stuff because this is kind of the part of the stuff that my husband does with his IT. They do a lot of electronic health records and things like that. So Even the doctor said that too. You know, it was just too soon. So a lot of orders it was really a mess because coming out of surgery, I came out, I was in the recovery room, and I could all of a sudden feel it. I mean, I was fine I was under. I could feel it, and they didn't have the standing order for me to get any morphine or to get any drip intravenously, and they couldn't do anything about it. They were calling the pharmacy, and they couldn't just, it's probably right there, but they couldn't just give it to me unless they had the standing order. And that I vividly remember just all of this pain. And I am not a person who complains. I'm really not. I'm like that Minnesota Nice when it comes to things like that. I'll just kind of buck up and take it. But I remember crying and just being in pain. And anyways, getting up to the room, they finally got me some of it, but it was like a very, very small amount. So I was feeling this. It felt like, I can't even explain. It felt like death in my stomach. It felt like my innards and everything were being just pulled out of me. And I've never given birth before, but the nurse told me that it's kind of like a feeling that women feel when they go into labor, kind of that kind of feeling. And anyways, so then it went back and forth. And anyways, the nurses were really trying to be helpful. And then they finally did get the written order. And anyways, so that was a little nightmare. But okay, I'm still not complaining. But I got through that. They did allow my husband to stay. I was in there for 2 nights. I was 3 days. And my husband was allowed to stay overnight there, which was just a godsend because it was just nice to have a familiar face there, and he knows, everything. So did that, then went back to the hotel for a little while that we were there, had a couple of appointments, checking back up. We have my husband's side, an aunt and uncle that live there, and they were just really great. She was just kind of a little bit upset as to why, because she's in Los Angeles, and why, we didn't want to stay there, but we didn't want to put them out, and everything. And we kind of did things kind of quietly. She was the one that talked me out of getting my lips done when I was there. I mentioned it to her there before my surgery, and she just very adamantly was so against it. And I was very shocked. And so, I was saying, it's just going to be a little bit. It's not going to be that much. It's just because I want to get back a little bit more of that plumperness. I did the plumping thing with that lip thing now, but I didn't want them to be that big, just a little bit more. My husband didn't like it either. He didn't like the fakeness, but I kept on telling them, I know what I'm going to do. It's just going to be like a, half vial. It's not going to be that much. I just was very surprised at the reaction that you get from some people regarding that. So anyways, long story short is I agreed to let it go until Valentine's Day. She said that she would pay for it if I let it go till Valentine's Day, and I told her no. She said, I'm going to be healing, why do it now? Why waste it? You can do those things, plenty of things in Scottsdale too, and don't do it. And so I agreed to that, and I'm happy that I did. I'm still going to have it done, but at least I'm waiting a little bit while I'm recovering, or whatever that means. So anyways, so then I get home, and it's weird because, okay, first of all, my stomach from my surgery. We had thought my common channel, which is normally 1,500, we had thought that the doctor had brought it down to 120 or 100 centimeters. And he didn't. It was actually 150, so he had left it longer. That wasn't really the reason why I didn't have... I had, in the duodenal switch, it's usually 3 to 5% failure rate. And I wasn't really a failure per se, because I still lost, a couple 100 pounds and kept it off. But I should have lost down more, and I have regained some. So it's kind of a gray area there. But so he took the channel down smaller to 75. My stomach, the normal stomach of a person can hold between 6 and 8 cups. Mine had stretched out, and you can do that like anything, but not only, but it stretched out from a cup to a cup and a half. So I did stretch it out that much. He now brought it down to where I could only hold 150 cc's, which is a half a cup. So it went from a cup and a half down to a half a cup I can hold. Now, Side note, the Roux-en-Y surgery that, most people have that one, you can only hold 20 cc's, I believe, in that, 20 to 30, which is like just a little dropper full of stuff, like a little cap full of stuff. It's really, really nothing. So people do lose weight on that a lot of times quicker because you just can't get it in. You just can't eat it. However, with my surgery, I will lose it a little bit, I don't want to say slower because I'm doing it pretty well, but the malabsorption keeps it off because it's really not the walk in the park that people think it is. It's not that, because I have to constantly remind myself, because I can put stuff in there, not to put the bad stuff in. I can still put, if I wanted to eat a Snickers bar, that's a half a cup squished up. I could still hold that if I wanted to, and then my stomach would clear out in a couple hours and I could do it again. But it's been a learning curve for me, because the first week I was kind of sad. I was kind of, what am I going to do with myself? I stress, I turn to eat. It's just a whole other, I'm better now than I was the first time around with this, because I know that it's pretty much my last shot at it. And I'm doing things a lot more responsibly. As far as drinking the waters, I was severely dehydrated. A lot of the girls called it on here because I was drinking so much liquids. I'm not anymore. I drink about 1.5 liters of water every single day, and I just constantly sip. And then the food that I eat is protein. I can't, real food like chicken or, ground turkey or anything hits me really hard, and I really can't eat that much. So I've still been doing the cream soups. Now I have to get a lot of protein in, and I'm not eating any protein shakes. I have been doing cheese. I have been doing Greek yogurt. They say that I'm only in this first, couple of months, if I get in like 50 grams of protein a day, that's okay. That'll be good. And then increase it after that. And I am getting that in, so I don't have to do any of the protein shakes, because I don't really want to do the protein shakes. I just would rather just learn the way that you have to do it and just eat. So I'm going protein. I'll eat I will scramble an egg, and I can do 1 scrambled egg will fit, and I can eat that. And, it's a lot more Greek yogurt. I did switch to, from the flavored Greek yogurt, I switched to the plain and I put a little stevia in it. I don't like it as much, but I'm just really, really trying. And so anyways, that is my little update. Please, if you have any questions, I would love any questions you have. I will come back in a video tomorrow, no matter what I look like. I don't care. I will come back in a video tomorrow, and I will answer your questions. If anybody has any questions, if anybody is considering this surgery or anything, or just, basically right now, which is really kind of ironic, actually, I am doing like an Atkins diet, really, because I'm not eating carbs. Really, the Greek yogurt does have some in it, but I'm not getting more than the 20 grams of carbohydrates, which is what you have to stay under to get into ketosis with the Atkins diet. So I'm doing it. I don't know if it's because the stomach now is, don't feel as hungry for the reason why I'm able to. But like I said, with this, I can literally, if I wanted to, still eat ice cream. I could still go and eat, because that would go down fine. I could do that, but I'm not. So I have to applaud myself for so far, and it's not even so far. I'm just doing this. I'm just doing this because, life is so damn short. Excuse me, a little swearing there, but it's short. It's short. I don't want to be 120 pounds, 150 pounds. I don't. Like I said, under 200, I'm great. I just want to have more energy. I just want to be able to walk for long, long distances and not go, oh, when can I sit down? I just want to be healthier. Being able to walk longer in high heel shoes would be a nice little perk too, but just want to be healthier. So hope everybody's having a good day, and I will talk to you soon. Leave your questions, okay? Thank you, and keep living your own glamorous life. Bye-bye.